Why is Iran Shia? The Muslim world is divided between its two main sects, Sunni and Shia. Their beliefs differ regarding who succeeded the Prophet Muhammad. The former believe it's Abu Bakr, chosen by prominent Muslims, while the latter believe it's Ali ibn Abi Talib, Muhammad's cousin and son-in-law. However, upon further inspection, we quickly understand Sunnis far outnumber Shias. In fact, of the roughly 50 Muslim majority countries in the world, only 5 are primarily Shia, the largest by far being Iran. But why? To answer this question, we must go back to the 7th century AD. The Sasanian Empire, ruling over this vast territory for over 4 centuries, had been weakened by conflict with the Byzantines and civil war. It was suddenly attacked by the Rashidun Caliphate after Muhammad's death, bringing an end to the empire and the arrival of Sunni Muslim Arabs. However, in the conquest's immediate aftermath, Persian society remained largely unchanged, with its culture, language, and local religion, Zoroastrianism, remaining prominent. Conversion to Islam was slow and worsened after the fall of the Rashidun Caliphate and the rise of the Umayyads, who privileged Arab Muslims over non-Arabs, alienating locals. In fact, it's only much later, with the 749 Abbasid revolution that overthrew the Umayyads, that the Muslim population of Persia truly grew. Ethnic Iranian converts had helped the Abbasids with their revolution, and the Caliphate's capital moved to nearby Mesopotamia, embracing Persian administration and culture. This facilitated conversion, especially after the translation of the Quran, and the Muslim population quickly increased, reaching about 40% by the mid-9th century and nearly 100 by the 11th. Over the centuries, Persia remained Muslim, specifically Sunni, even as Persian dynasties came and went, including Mongol and Turkish ones after the Mongol Empire's invasions and Turkic migrations, like the Ilkhanate and the Timurids. Sunni's rival, Shia Islam, was only really prevalent in parts of modern Iraq, North Africa, and the Levant, though Persia itself also had some Shia communities and scholars. But everything changed in 1501. After the fall of the Timurids, Persia was divided, and was reunified under Shah Ismail I of the Safavid dynasty. Soon after, Ismail declared Twelver Shia Islam the official religion of his country, and initiated a mass conversion of the Persian people, brutally suppressing any Sunni dissent. He forced mosques to recite Shia prayers and imported Shia scholars and writers from the West, notably the Twelver Shia clerics, to help with the process. But why? It's important to understand that the actions of Shah Ismail were likely politically motivated. Ismail, like many others of Turkish origin, claimed a Persian identity because it helped legitimize his reign to a mostly Persian population. Conversion to Shia followed a similar idea, but for different reasons. Ismail may not have even personally believed in the ideas of Shia Islam, but he used them to justify conquest. You see, the western and eastern enemies of the Safavids, the Ottoman Empire, and the Uzbek tribes were staunch followers of Sunni. Therefore, by placing himself as a Shia rival, Ismail could justify fighting wars against his Sunni neighbors, even installing clerics in recently captured areas. This is supported by the fact that the poems Ismail wrote to rally his people around the ideas of Shia were not even theologically accurate. Instead of properly following Shia ideas, he often just excessively praised Ali, stating he was God, even though this was incorrect and in fact a heretical belief. Other interpretations of his works were that he called himself Ali's reincarnation, also heretical. Regardless, after Ismail's death in 1524, his successors followed in his footsteps, increasing the number of Shia legal scholars, Arab immigrants, and ethnic Iranians gaining positions in government. They also fought many wars against the Sunni Ottomans and the later Mughal Empire. By the end of the 16th century, most of central Persia was Shia, and by the end of the Safavids in 1722, most of modern Iran and nearby Azerbaijan were Shia, which is still the case today. Overall, Iran is Shia because of the Arab conquest following the death of Muhammad, which made the country Muslim. After centuries of conversion and ever-changing dynasties, Iran was effectively Sunni, but this changed in the 16th century with Shah Ismail of the Safavids. Because of his rivalry with Sunni states such as the Ottomans, Ismail converted to Shia to justify war against them, causing the conversion of the country over time. Thank you for watching. If you want to support the channel, like and subscribe, or even become a member to receive benefits like custom emotes and shoutouts at the end of my videos. I appreciate all of your help.